Is it snowing outside? Pondered it if I should make a video about this, but Chromebook has, well, not Chromebook, but Chromebook has become something that everyone gets, so why not talk about it? And this is the one that I got. Plain box, but it is Lenovo branded. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So to start things off with this entire video, going over Chromebook, entire lineup of things that they sell, they're alright computers, but for the price, you're kind of getting what you pay for. Most of them are really cheap and then they go up to $300 or almost $400 or $500. But the one that I got was $250, and it even is lower than that on like Best Buy and other places. I might have something pop up on the screen. But my laptop is this one. I have it plugged in, but it's probably fully charged. But this is the way that it looks. It's very slim, and it's very light too. Like, it's not a heavy computer. Now, going completely off of this computer, it is, of course, the operating system is Google Chrome because it is a Chromebook. And on top of that, its graphics, it has Imagination GX 6250, which I'm not exactly sure what that is because I don't really mess with the computers. Battery is up to 10 hours, and I've tested this because I've used it for culinary school. It does not last that long. It gets around about 4 or 5 hours at best, and that's depending on how many tabs you have open. If you have a lot of tabs open, that's probably going to make the battery go down quicker. But for me, the battery lasts around like almost 6 hours at best. But that's also my own problem because I never really plug it in when I'm not using it. So that also can lead to the battery not lasting that long, because if you're charging it while using it, then the battery of course would not die. But I usually do one charge, so I unplug it, and I usually run Panzoid, which is a what would you call it? Intro and outro kind of maker. I'll talk about that probably in a different video, but that's if y'all are interested or if I feel the need to do so. By that, moving forward, the camera, it has 720 HD, 720p, not that good, but for $250, you're not really going to care that much about the camera because why would you? It's not going to be that MacBook camera, even though their cameras are not that great either, but you're getting what you're paid for, so don't be blown away by that. It has one USB-C charging port, which is to charge it. It has one USB 3.0, which means you can charge a phone with it or input stuff from a phone, etc., etc. Really great. And I swear, I want to record and there's noises outside every time. There is an SD card reader. I don't really have an SD, well, that's a lie. I do have an SD card, but I don't really use them that often, if that makes sense. I have two of them because I bought two micro SD cards. Funny enough, one for my Nintendo Switch, which is on my bed, and one for my phone a very long time ago. So I don't know. By the way, if the camera quality seems a little iffy or different, I am actually filming on my old phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. So you guys will determine if it looks good, or I'll determine if it looks good when I'm editing this. But I don't know. I think it looks all right. Weight, it's 3 pounds, so it's very light. So you're not going to be lugging around a heavy thing. This entire thing is meant to be something you put in your backpack, or you put in your little, what's it called? Laptop bag. This is a very light device. It's very thin too. I mean, once again, the dimensions of it. It's very thin. I can also go over the ports since I'm here. You have your USB-C. Let me get it closer to the camera so I can focus a little. You have USB-C for the charging, which is on the left side. You have an HDMI in. You have a USB 3 and an SD card reader. The front has nothing. The back, you have a headphone jack, power button, and then volume controls, and then whatever this is, because they didn't mention it on the website. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at Lenovo's, so maybe I'm wrong. Also, to mention it one more time, I have to check actually, because I was looking through the box that I got this in a while ago when my school sent this to me, and I don't know where I put the user manual, because I was going to show that, but you know, my stupid behind lost it. This is a 300E Chromebook. That's one of their lineups, and it's not bad for the price, but for what you get, it's not all that. Now, I'll get into that right now. The biggest issue I find with this Chromebook is that for what they say, oh, do gaming, do this and do that. I mean, I didn't personally buy it. So it was given to me by my culinary school. I mean, you had to purchase it, of course, but I didn't get the option to choose what I wanted. This is what showed up in the box. So, you know, I'm grateful for whatever I get anyway, because I didn't have a laptop to begin with. So this is fine. But prior to this, when I was in high school, funny enough, a few months before I got the Chromebook for college, we had Chromebooks. I mean, they were worse than this, so I'm grateful regardless. But the Chromebooks we had at our school were, I think, like $100 or up at best. So this seems like an upgrade, but it's not really that much of an upgrade. And that's just my preference, because I don't really care for Chromebook that much. I prefer either, if I was to get my own laptop with my own money, I would buy either a MacBook or a Windows computer, but that's up to your preference. If you don't do much and all you do is stuff with Google Drive, which most of us do for school anyway, and you can also use Microsoft if I'm correct, but you know, you're not going to get Photoshop or any editing software for stuff on this little device. But the overall good thing about having a computer like this is, well, for starters, it does have a very useful screen. Like, not only is it touchscreen, but it bends all the way around. And then you can use this device completely, well, it's rotating, but you can use it like a little touchpad, or you can take notes if you had a stylus or something like that. That's completely up to you if you were to do something like that. And it is like a freestanding, so you can rotate this all the way around and it's not gonna break or anything like that. So it is great for that specific reason. But regardless of that, it is not a traditional computer as in my stance where you can do whatever you want with it, edit stuff. No, you are strictly stuck with Chrome settings and their little settings that they built in. The camera is actually, even though it's 720p, it is not that bad. And neither is the microphone, considering I do Zoom calls on this for my culinary meetings. So that is great. You don't have to worry about the camera being garbage, because on some computers, they could be like a 1080p camera and they look horrible, even with lighting. Like, even if you put like a little light on the top of your computer, there have been certain brands that have ones you just stick on top and it's battery powered. Even those can't help those computers, because they just look bad. It's just a cheap camera that says it's 1080p or HD, and they slapped it on there because they wanted people to buy it for that specific reason, and it's the opposite. And at least this is a little bit transparent, because you know 720p in today's standards is not good, but it's not bad. It gets the job done, considering a Zoom call anyway lowers the quality of everyone's camera. So it's not like you're gonna have you're not gonna have anything looking decent with Zoom, because Zoom just lowers everyone's quality. For the basic needs of what I do for school, it's fine. It does exactly what it needs to do. And the screen on this is great. It's also touchscreen, by the way. But the screen on this is great because it goes all the way up to 4K when you're watching videos. So the videos look really crispy. Everything looks really good on this computer. And for how small and tiny this is, that is really great. Because there have been some computers where they cost like almost $1,000 and they can't even run anything up to 4K for YouTube videos or something like that. But when you're running softwares like apps and stuff, they do crash because this thing does not have a good processor in it. Of course, it's meant for basic tasks. But overall, I didn't know anything about this when I got it, so I was like, oh, okay. Got it, and then I was satisfied with what it could do for school needs and whatnot. But then trying to look into other stuff, like trying to get it to run Windows or all that stuff, it's just all this work that could be completely avoided if you just bought a Windows computer, or you just bought a MacBook or something else along those lines. You don't have to buy this being a cheapskate, because there's a plethora of affordable Windows computers, and buying a cheaper MacBook is also just as successful as getting a cheaper Windows computer. Overall, if this was just a computer you're getting for school or anything that's minimal, there's no softwares or anything, you're using it for YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, all that stuff, this is great. It's upside down. This is great, mainly because it is affordable. I mean, I got mine for $250. I said like on Best Buy, I think it was going for like $150. So this is a very affordable computer if all you're going to be doing is using Chrome stuff, like anything around like email, Gmail. I said the same thing twice. Giving this a rating, I would say this is like a good 7 out of 10 for school-related purposes. Like anything school-related that doesn't require you to download service. When it comes down to my own specific needs, this gets probably like a 5 out of 10. It's not that great. If you're doing Chrome related stuff, this is perfect for you. But anything else than that, no. There's no need to get this. Only reason why any person would own a Chromebook besides having their own regular desktop or other laptop used for stuff, this is just something you can keep with you to answer emails or anything else like that if that's what you do or your job requires. But yeah, my personal opinion is a 5 out of 10. Now, if you like this video, you can either like, comment, or subscribe. I'm not gonna force you to, but the option is there. I really appreciate it. And for the first video to almost get, I think, past like 40 views within like a few days, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Thank you. I didn't expect I was gonna get that many. I almost contemplated posting it because I was like, what's the point? I'm not gonna get any views. But I did. So thank you for that. But back to the ending of this. If you did like this video, please tell me in the comment section because I don't know. I do want to continue. Is it snowing outside? Huh. Sorry. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.